Hey, welcome back. What in the heck are these crazy mustard colored lines? If you've been to my channel before, you know I love to talk about the underlying gesture that should underlie your drawings, especially if you want to have a drawing with a lot of life. So I start drawing very loose, stick figure types of characters, this round head on the left, and I wind up getting a little more into it as I go. I get more detail, more playful, more facial expressions. But what I'm trying to show here is how each of these lines can be a imaginary line that runs through the figure that you can erase later, or if you're on computer, you'd hide the layer later on. And that imaginary line becomes kind of like the spine, and the more curve that there's in it, then the more attitude is in your character's pose and the more force. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw 5 characters and use each of these line of action. Oftentimes it's called as well. These yellow lines can be called a gesture or the line of action. And I'm using this guy here, and his face is facing to the right, and so his spine is following that line, and he's kind of looking up to the stars, and he has a general curve to his pose from his feet all the way up to his head. Now this guy, obviously, I am facing him to the left, and I'm using the line of action, the gesture, to indicate a sort of a droopy, sad attitude. Now, the line to the right, I have a choice. What do I want to do? Do I want to make that one sad or happy? Depending on which way I go, I can make the line of action indicate happy or sad feelings. So here we'll go with happy to start. Now he's looking up to the left. He's happy. His arm is going up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the same line the spine of a sad character, the gesture of a depressed, sad mope. And here he is now looking down, make his belly stick out. But again, see, he's following that gesture line. If you've seen me do other videos about this, it's because I can't stress it enough. Oftentimes in anybody's drawing, this is the thing that's missing the most. So now we've had 5 characters, which went sad, happy, happy, sad, sad, from left to right. The first one was sad. And now I'm just going to take that same line and I'm going to make him happy-ish. I'm going to make him use the gesture to create a character who is upbeat and proud and happy. And I'll just let you watch for a while, just drawing. Now, again, I'm not teaching you so much how to cartoon here because I have my own style, you'll have your own style, but this gesture should apply to anybody's cartooning style, anybody's drawing style, even if you're doing a realistic drawing style. You should be using a gesture underneath all of your characters. So now here before, well, the next one was happy, the next one, and this time I'm going to flip it. I'm going to use this yellow line to make a sad character, eventually. There we go. And so this guy's going to be sad. I give him a little walk. He's got his leg will come in on the left and he'll be walking a bit in a very sort of droopy way. But this is a way of showing you that the line can be used either way, for happy or sad. Now the next one was happy, if I recall. So he was facing up to the right, but here I'll have him facing down and to the left. Now it's a subtle line. If you notice the line, it's not a really exaggerated line. So I'm just allowing it to guide me a little bit and to create a subtle feeling of sadness. Mr. Sad, his belly poking out. Now your drawings may look completely different. You can have a totally different style. I have a style of my own. But underneath your style, you should have something like this. So here we are now. I had the last 2 were sad, and I'm going to make the next 2 happy. See the way the first 3 there kind of line up on top of each other? But the emotion is totally different. So I'll make these last 2 happy. Now the guy on the left, I actually could flip him around, mirror image, place him onto the line that I'm drawing on now, and have him be our next happy character just by using a mirror image of him. But you are worth more than that, and I'm going to give you an original drawing rather than just copy and paste. But wait, there's more! I like the idea of actually having this character and the one next to him have their bellies kind of bumping into each other like Tweedledee and Tweedledum-bum, whatever. And so I erase him, and I add their bellies bouncing into each other. Now I wind up drawing a smile or a face or a mouth on the guy on the right, which I can't stand. And then I realized I'd rather start from the back of his head and swoop down like that and bring the chin in to the neck and have him be really goofy with these crazy teeth, two big belly dumb bums bouncing into each other, a couple of clowns, a couple of bowling pin shaped goofballs, happy on the lines that we initially drew two sad characters on. And that's the big message here today. Those same two lines, here they are, the sad guys that were drawn on those same lines. And then pick some classically sad colors, purple versus pink, make the happy guys kind of pink, and have the purple guys be the sad guys. And I'll do the same on the next 5 heroes. And watch this. I'm going to lay them on top of each other now, and you'll see how their curves match perfectly, but the emotions are completely different. And now we'll go with some new colors on our happy fellows here, our two bumpkin belly bumpers. Make them bright yellow and happy. And then blue for the classically blue day. Blue moon. And here we have it. 5 distinct characters layered onto the same gesture, all having very different emotions, but based on the same spinal cords. Those are the first 5 lines, and there we are. Curve, and then the same curve below, and then the reverse curve and the reverse curve here. Very subtle one here, very subtle. Same curve, same curve. Identical gestures with completely different emotions underlying. If you can incorporate this into your drawings, people will look at your work and say it has life and vigor and vim, and they won't really know how you did it. They'll just say, wow, your drawings are really fun and really playful and a lot of life. You can do this with stick figures if you want. It doesn't matter. The character, the faces, everything that doesn't matter. What matters is that they have a general sweeping feeling to them, which gives them an overall emotion, which has nothing to do with the facial expressions. It's all about the feeling in the back and the spine and the belly. The faces can come at the end. People should get a feeling of your character just from the way they're standing. Like that old rule from the Disney film, I think it was Cinderella, where the bags of flour dance around. And a bag of flour without a face, without arms and legs, should be able to convey a feeling. If you draw the bag lumped over, then it's sad. If you draw it sitting up straight, then it's happy. Well, there you have it. Thanks for checking this out today. If you can, click subscribe, ring that bell so you'll get the notifications, and I'll see you soon. Happy 2023.